Hello, this is Transformers fan G138. I'm here with a video review of Transformers Fall of Cybertron Ultra Magnus. And to be honest, this is my favorite figure out of the entire 2013 Wave 1 series. Honestly, I think this guy either beats Starscream or ties him in my personal book. The blue on here is amazing. It's an amazing dark blue. It just works well with the red. And the white is just really, really white. Usually the whites the Hasbro uses are a little more off. But these are in contrast with such dark colors that it really just pops. As far as the wheels go, he's got paint on the wheels. You know, that's always nice to see. Just overall, a really nice looking figure. And of course, he's got all the same issues as Optimus, because he is the same mold. Here's a comparative. See, just comparative. Magnus looks like a brighter figure because of the white. Granted, Optimus doesn't have white, but still, visually, I think Magnus is a little more appealing. And I actually think he actually has more paint applications than Optimus does. For one, these white strips here are actually painted over the blue plastic, where on Optimus they're molded red. And he's got these lines here on the front painted, as well as on the toes are painted. And he's got some back here too. So, and then he's got some paint here. So obviously they spent a little more money producing Magnus than they did Optimus. Although then again, Optimus has been released in almost every wave of the toy so far, which I think they're on like this is wave 3, I think. So he was in the first 2 waves, which is why I ended up getting a duplicate. Anyway, so Magnus is downright awesome figure. Rolls the same as Optimus, you know, nothing new there. Transformation's the same, but it's easy enough. I'm going to go ahead and do it. Basically, pull this down, pull the knees down, the feet go down and back, unpeg the arms, spin the bumper pieces around, spin the arms, spin the hands back around, lift them up, revealing the head, lock the head down with this tab, rotate the arms down. Like Optimus, he was packaged with the smokestacks up, but to give him a slightly different look, leaving the smokestacks up a little more Magnus-like. Now, originally when I looked at him in the package, when I first got this guy, I was like, ugh, this guy looks terrible. And that was based on the white face. But, after I got him out of the package, I was like, wow, this guy looks awesome. And you know what? I think he is downright my favorite out of the set of 5. Just from the colors. There we go. 5 of these floating around. So here he is, robot mode. Before I go into the robot mode, though, I'm going to talk about the package. So this is the package, Ultra Magnus Fall Cybertron. You know, he's got the 3D model there. Then up top you have the model of the Ultra Magnus, where it shows gray in place of white, but up here he's actually got the smokestacks up. It's got a little bit of a conflict up here where this should overlap the face overlaps that, but it is what it is. The back, you know, you got your text backs, you got your bio, you got the picture of the toy, you know, also included. You know, it's a nice box, but I have to say though, the figure is well worth it. Downright love the color of this guy. I mean, like I said before, he's got more paint applications. He's got the same issue I have with him, which he's also got some paint up here. I didn't notice that before, but he's also got the same issue I hate about Optimus, where he's got this knee joint here, but that's not where it bends. It bends down here for transformation, and that's your posability as well. And it just makes his upper leg look a little too large, but that's just my opinion on it. So yeah, I really like the figure. And the one thing I don't care for as much is the white face. I'd much rather see that silver, because they did use silver paint on this. Replacing the white with silver on his face and head pieces wouldn't be that much of a stretch. But, all fairness, it's still a nice figure. It looks different enough from Optimus to say this is Ultra Magnus. Usually, Hasbro, what they do is, because the original Optimus and Magnus, the front of their the cab of Magnus was basically Optimus Prime. And he in the cab is all white, and then it combines with the trailer, and you got this blue and red and white thing. So a lot of the time when you got Ultra Magnus, you got a white repaint of Optimus Prime, which was true all the way through like classics actually. And then they started using different molds and stuff. But now they're using the same mold, but they're painting it up like the full armored version, which is nice. So I'm going to go ahead and just transform Prime here, because give you a side-by-side comparison of the two. It's because he's looks that different. This won't take long. Easy enough to do. Out of the set of 5, there's only one I used instructions for, just because they're that basic. And it's just because it's not intuitive, to me at least. So here's Optimus Prime next to Ultra Magnus, and visually, they look like two different figures. Just because Magnus is painted in his armor form, it's enough that you can set them on opposite sides of the shelf and notice that they're not exactly the same guy. That being said, highly recommend Magnus. Actually, I like him much better than I like Optimus. I think the colors work on this a lot better than they do this. It's just my opinion on it. But all for getting Magnus over Optimus. Simply, Optimus was a little underwhelming and disappointing, where Ultra Magnus is actually, I was expecting a lot less, being a repaint. And I'm very impressed with it. Even if he has the white face, I think that's the biggest downside of this figure. But, again, I wouldn't be as excited for this guy if I didn't already know the faults of this guy. So, I think, that being said, that might be one of the reasons I like Magnus more. Well, so I guess I still have to mention articulation a little bit. So he's got a ball and socket joint here in the foot, hinge joint here below the knee, swivel, ball and socket joint hip, waist swivel, ball socket joint, heads on a ball and socket joint, arms, ball and socket joint, swivel, hinge, and then a swivel hand. As well as, if you want, you can put these down and have them look a little more like Optimus. I suppose you could probably switch Optimus's head onto here if you want to do something weird like that. Personally, again, I think this guy is well worth the money. I think he's actually better than this guy. And I think that's just because the color combination works better for this mold on Magnus. He really screams Ultra Magnus to me, where Optimus doesn't really scream Optimus. I think it has to do with the chest design, to be honest, but that's just me. Not a bad figure. Not a bad figure at all. Recommend this guy. I think that pretty much covers it, so I'm just going to beat it to the ground, I guess. Just say, highly recommend this figure. Love the colors. The colors don't quite come through in my lighting here, but it's really, really nice blue and white. Everything just pops. Again, the only thing I'd like different is the face being painted silver. But, you know, maybe that's something I'll do if I pick up a second one of these guys at some point. Sure, I'll find them on sale at one point or another. Anyway, so that's the video review. Hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching. Sorry about that, guys. I forgot to talk about Ultra Magnus's weapons. Well, he has the same exact gun as Optimus Prime does. The plastic's a little different. It's a slightly more gunmetal black than what Optimus's plastic is. Not visually different. You really have to look at it very carefully. Realistically, it could vary between Optimus Primes as well, so probably whatever colors they mix together for the plastic. Alright, so he's got that weapon. But he also has this sword, which is an added bunch of plastic. So I'm like, cool, why didn't Optimus come with that? He used a sword in the video game. Therefore, he should have came with a sword, in my opinion. And, you know, I say that a lot, but I really do. So I was actually thinking about giving Optimus this, but the red is just too different. And honestly, it's kind of cool. I think I'm going to have Magnus hold this, because Optimus is going to spend most of his time in vehicle form. Once I finish a custom project I'm hoping on working on soon. So, it's cool, but that's not all the sword does, of course. It's Transformers, after all. There's always some hidden feature somewhere. So, basically, you separate the sword into 3 pieces, and you can take the gun, place it in the sword, here, like that. There it is. Pop it into place. We then take this, and we pop it on over the handle of the gun, and we take this piece and pop it back onto the gun. And there, his gun combines with the sword to make an even longer sword. I mean, how cool is that? It's kind of neat. I like it. Elbow joints are really tight on this guy, which I like to some extent. Makes it a little difficult to mess around with. So, yes, he's got this ginormous sword. So it's cool. I like it. Okay, so that officially concludes my video review. If you have any questions about Magnus, please post a comment down below, and I'll be glad to answer those for you. Hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching.